So welcome to the Be the Sun, Not the Salt podcast. I'm Dr. Harry Cohen, author of Be the Sun, Not the Salt. And I'm joined with my co-host, Connie Fontaine, chief super spreader. Connie, take it away.
Of all things, Be the Sun. We love that. And I think this mini series has been something that's inspired other people, hopefully, but definitely us. I think every day is become a practice of thinking about the chapters and the things that we can do to be a little bit better each day. And this one, chapter 5, Be Your Best Self, is the crux of everything we talk about. So let's talk about the origin of this. I mean, being your best self is the story, right?
It is, and it's based on the empirical nature of positive psychology, which is to focus on what does it look like when people are doing great? Let's study that.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea, as simple and profound as it is, you don't have to be anybody but yourself when you're being your best self. More. It's freeing because you don't have to do anything different than you already do. Just
Right.
do more of that.
Yeah, you're not heliotropic or not heliotropic. Everybody has, well, most everybody has that in them. I mean, in us, we're all heliotropic people, but some days we're better than others. And I think being our best self and doing more of that is what's the important topic of today.
It is the topic of today, and it's also to remember, oh, what does it mean to be the sun and not the salt? It means to do what I already do when I'm doing good, being compassionate and grateful and kind and vulnerable and dependable, and all these virtues that we love about other people and ourselves. It means when we are being that way, that's what it means. We don't have to be anybody else. I asked a friend in thinking about this chapter, could you describe me when I'm at my best? And she said, paused. She gave me 2 beautiful, explicit, specific things that I do, which I can do more of. One, she said, when you ask someone a question, you deeply listen for their answer. And I know that because you'll ask a follow-up question. I thought, well, that I can do more of. It's true. And the other thing she said is, I support people's mission, whomever they are. Yeah, I can do that. This isn't ego and flattery. This is, oh, good. Thank you for the reminder of who I am at my best. I can do that some more. So people can just look at themselves and go, yeah, I do that. Great. Do that some more.
And I think for me, one of the ways I evolved asking this question is how, when you're feeling really great around me, why? What am I doing differently in those moments? And that's, I'll tell you from a family perspective, that's really a great way to start a conversation because you'll find it might be different. I found it was different than I thought because I do think of myself as very supportive and very much the cheerleader. And I don't think that's what my family necessarily sees as the best quality. They see the quality as being introspective and listening and asking good questions, to your point, because it shows you care. It shows you're listening, you're truly engaged to what the other person is feeling, not what you're feeling.
And so all you need to do, Connie, is be that wonderful Connie that you are more. It's not like you need to be anybody else. You can be that attentive listener more than you already are. It's not like you've reached the attainment of perfect listening. You can be an even better listener. I love how simple this is.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was going to say leadership. I'd say a leader, and I've done this before, who asks their team what they do that makes them feel strongest, best, supported, all those kinds of questions is, first of all, the first way to open up a real dialogue and to show that you care. But second of all, to really make sure that you're giving what people need. And I ask that question, be surprised what you get back.
Just this morning, a colleague said he started his executive team meeting with, please speak to someone on our team who you have seen in 2024 demonstrate great leadership. Think about that question. So they have to look around the table and pick out people who have demonstrated great leadership qualities. And then he shared with me what several people said about several people And you could imagine the feeling. I wasn't there, but you could imagine the great feeling in the room, because it's not just the people obviously felt good, but they are also reminded, oh, I should do that some more. Yeah, you're already doing it. Do it some more.
Mhm.
I
And
think
it's
it's
doing your thing your
your thing.
way
That's right.
more.
That's right.
'Cause, you don't wanna try and just emulate, and I think we talked about this with another chapter. It's not about being the same smiley, bubbly kind of person that that other person is that, people seem to gravitate to. They're gonna gravitate to you being your best self, whatever your version is that you're putting out in the world. And that's why it's important to know what that is.
And if you know what it is, you can constantly lean on doing it, not
Mhm.
just being aware of it. Like, oh, okay, I got it. I got it.
Mhm.
I
Well,
love this.
that's why you always say the do more of that, whatever that is.
Just so we're clear, the power of do more of that is look, got it, do it.
Mhm. So on this call, Ashley, our producer, continues to give us uplifting feedback and coach us into when we're our best selves. That means a lot to me. Harry, when you continue to bring to the world everything that we've learned and continue to remind me this is about me and not the other world and not the rest of the world and how I can be my best self, that means a lot to me. So thank you both for that. And I think that we can leave our listeners with some of that. How about you, Harry? Anything else want to add?
Oh, I'm more humbled and honored that we get to do this. And I so wish that people can take this chapter, this idea, that all I got to do is do more of what I already do at my best. That's it. That's it. How cool is that?
Well, and as you say, it's not people. I'm humbled that you can continue to do that too, and that this book doesn't just bring the world the little nudgy reminders, it brings it for you and for me and our whole circle of influence too. So I guess we'll leave it at that. You're humbly shaking your head. I think it means a lot to all of us. So do more of that, everybody, today. Thanks for listening. If you want to share this, we'd love to influence even more people to be their best selves and to do more of that. Thank you for listening.